The objective of this panel bender operator job is to program the bender and bend panels. The equipment used includes a bender controls with a monitor, keyboard, mouse, and mouse tray, carts, a stool, a computer with 2 monitors, mouse, mousepad, and keyboard, a computer table. The tools used include a tape measure. The materials used include panels whose size varies. Their weight ranges from 30 to 50 pounds. The personal protective equipment included steel-toed shoes, safety glasses, cut-resistant gloves. Sleeves are available. The work environment is an inside work environment with heat and conditioned air. There is no air conditioning. The worker observed was 6 feet tall. The work tasks for the observed panel bender operator job include bender setup, get and position racks of material and racks for completed parts, load and run the bender, inspect parts as needed, The work methods for the observed panel bender operator job include: get a panel or piece of sheet metal material, carry the panel to the bender, inspect the panel, position the panel in the bender, activate the bender, remove the completed part from the bender, inspect the part, carry the part to the rack, position the part in the rack. It's important to note that the worker cannot slide parts because they will get dirty. There were several ergonomic risk factors observed for the panel bender operator position. Repeated and sustained exertions were rated as a medium pace. Hands were in constant steady motion and exertion to get, carry, load, and unload pieces into and out of the bender. Longer pauses were observed when equipment wasn't functioning correctly. Sustained exertions were observed and included continuous standing, continuous neck and torso flexion or forward bending to inspect sheet metal and parts. Forceful exertions were required to get, lift, carry, hold, and position the sheet metal and parts. A pinch grip is frequently used to push and pull racks with sheet metal and parts. Awkward postures were observed and include: for the computer and bender controls work task, forearm pronation, extended reach, torso lateral bending, and wrist extension to use the mouse associated with the bender controls, neck twisting to view the monitor. For the rack work tasks, elevated and extended arms to get materials from the rack and to position the materials in the rack. Extreme torso flexion to get and position small parts and small pieces of material into the rack. For the bender work tasks, extended arms to get the part from the bender. Torso flexion and extended arms to inspect and position material in the bender. Torso lateral bending, neck twisting, and neck flexion to inspect materials and parts. The mechanical or localized contact stress observed was contact stress between the forearm and hand and the desk edge. Additionally, contact stress between the hand and the thigh and the panels and parts when inspecting the materials was observed. It is important to note that gloves are worn. The recommendations for the panel bender operator job include: for the computer and bender controls work tasks, investigate adjustable height workstations, monitor arms, and keyboard/mouse trays for the computer and bender controls to decrease posture stress. Articulating monitor arms with 3 degrees of movement would provide maximum adjustability and maneuverability to decrease posture stress. Consider sit-stand chairs to decrease sustained exertions. Provide padding for desktop areas as needed to reduce localized contact stress. Use the mouse with both the dominant and non-dominant hands, or use the mouse with only the non-dominant hand to reduce the repetition and posture stress exposure. Consider positioning the mouse closer to the body to reduce posture stress. Consider using a document stand to decrease posture stress when using paper documents. For the rack work tasks, investigate adjustable height racks to decrease posture stress and forceful exertions. Investigate gloves with padded palms and pants with thigh padding inserts to decrease contact stress. Consider moving racks closer to the bender when transferring larger/heavier parts to decrease posture stress and forceful exertions. Carrying parts. Investigate assist devices to transfer the larger or heavier parts to decrease posture stress and forceful exertions. For the bender work tasks, investigate loading and unloading methods that will transport parts to racks.